Alright guys, so in today's video we're actually going to be disassembling this Gen 2 blown motor. It's going to be taking everything we need off of it, which is basically everything. This engine saw about
21
pounds of boost, and yeah, so we're going to see what the damage is.
Oh, what is she on? What is she like?
tomorrow.
Hello? What is she on? What is she flying? Hello? What is she on? What is she flying?
Alrighty guys, so the next day here, we got finished taking apart the Gen 2. My footage got corrupt. It is what it is. Cylinder walls are all fine. Crank is fine. Spun a couple bearings on the back side of the bearing of some rods. So if any of y'all, I'll put a picture down right here of it. If any of you know why it does that, if any of you know why it does that, I'd love to know. Don't really know too much about bearings as far as that much. Worst one out of all of them was this one. This was number 8. That's the worst one out of it, so it's not bad. This motor had about 120-ish thousand miles on it. So for what it is, it held up pretty good. 3 of the pistons, 3 of the rods are fine. As far as what I can see, these rods are fine. Pistons. All of them are ringlands. That one actually chipped on the top right there. Really worried when I took this one out about the cylinder walls. They're fine. I was actually kind of worried about all of it whenever I first started taking this apart. Everything looked fine until we got to the bottom end, which is really good. I'm glad none of this metal and all that went throughout the motor, messed up and burned up the cams and all that, especially my turbo. Took that apart. All that's fine. Just this one's probably the worst one. Blew probably a good 25% of that oil ring lands apart. But other than that, not bad. So we can either do this 2 ways. We can either just replace these pistons, weigh them as close as we think we can, throw it back in there, which of course ain't the right way of doing it, or we can do it the smart but still cheap way, which is OEM pistons, throw it in there, get it balanced, and fucking send it. So, kind of leaning on the first option. We shall see. But yeah. So guys, this is the teardown video for this Gen 2. Now we're going to be, probably the next video out will most likely be either the Super Bee 69 Dodge Coronet Super Bee that I've been working on. It'll either be that or will be my buddy Ray's car, the whole build series on that. That will probably be a multi-video one. It'll probably be one putting it together as far as engine-wise, taking it out, and then the other will be... So we'll go start doing that build series, start filming for that. Got a fuel system for it, new short block. It's getting a Gen 3 short block. Gonna touch 1,000, so it should be plenty for what we want, what we're shooting for. So, all right, guys, have a good one.